Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be careful. A risk in the future trading. We strongly recommend you to stay on a sim as long as needed before you go live with the future trade. There is a lot of high risk potential in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on a sim, we are not responsible for your trade. Again, this is only an educational sessions, and it's not a trading room. For the ones that just joined us, you can follow the signals. As an example, the left upper market analyzer. It is the you will have a signal here on the first column, sell, and then you have 3438.50 as an entry price, target 33.59, P&L, it is 390 ticks, and then you have almost 5,000 on that trade. NASDAQ, we have the NASDAQ 257.50, target 392. On the right upper corner, it is the scalper, and it is right in front of you, the scalper. And what we do, we use a white charts on the scalper, and then right now we are 21 ticks into that trade. On the Russell, we have already in the trade, and we have the CL in the trade as well. We normally start at 10 o'clock, so we are a little bit early today, and we will start at 10 o'clock, and also we will cover some totally different type of an auto trade. This is not connected to the signal. This is the morning session, and an early morning session, and we nailed on the ES 1 minute 1125. So what we do, we just reload it and rearm it, and then we are ready to take it for one more try. We don't use too many different time frames. We use 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and 4 and 5 minutes. We don't use the other nonsense time frame. And this is the 4 minutes is the same auto trade, the same template. We just gonna go ahead, also hit the 1125. We're gonna reload it, and this one based on the 4 minutes is the same auto trade, the same template, the same. Everything is the same. On the 3 minutes, we are going to reload it, and we are going to let it take the trades, and also the last one is the 5 minutes. We are also the 5 minutes earlier this morning has nailed right on the target. The target is 1000, and we're gonna go ahead and reload it so can start retaking the trades again. So they all hit the target, the same auto trade, the same template, and we will look at it now. For the NASDAQ, we are on the scalper. trading, on the gold trading. Let me take those out of the way. So we will start at 10 o'clock. Also, the gold has earlier today hit the target, so we, on the first trade, just hit the target, so we're gonna go ahead and reload it and get it ready to start taking a trade again. On the DAX also, earlier, we only have one chart for the DAX. We don't have line break, we don't have Renko, we don't have all this confusion. So what this trader is going to use the second day, what time frame, what, I mean, we only have one chart and we've been using it for a few months. And it is a 4-minute chart on the DAX. That's the only, you can use any kind of time frame, but we are using just one chart, 4 minutes on the DAX. I mean, there is no use to rearm the auto trade on the DAX. The best time to trade the DAX is in Deutschland time. So we will not reactivate it. We're gonna leave it as is on the, so we're gonna leave it alone. The Nasdaq scalping is doing extremely well, and the gold is doing very well, and the ES is doing very well. This is on the scalping. We have a new signal on the Russell with the swing trading. It seems like the CL is going out of control. We're gonna break even on the gold plus a few ticks. Our job is done with this one. We are going to on the Nasdaq break the second one even, and then break even on the ES, and I think we are set. Okay, we're done with the gold. Let's see how is the Nasdaq, and then what we do, we go ahead and examine the market right now. If you just give me a few seconds, we can examine. I have one of the menu right under that chart on the CL, and I don't know how to. Okay, I got it. So right now the CL closed one of the trades, and the ES has broke that channel. The support area, it will be 33.56 level if we have any drop on the ES, and then we are gonna monitor the ES. The ES, the pullback is going to be to the 33.55. This is below the entry, so I'm gonna leave it as is right now, and hoping this re-entry point will hold, so we can go ahead and nail a bigger trade. And now we are closing the first trade on the CL. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. It's 310. And now we have 1700 on that. This is a TI7, has nothing to do with the signal. And this is where we are expecting the ES to pull back. And the Russell is going backward a little bit also. We're gonna have a problem on the Russell at 15.14.5. And I left the ES because of this resistance level through 33.65. So I was okay. There we go. We didn't. I mean, we had a good size of profit on it, and we didn't take it. Greed. Okay. So we still have the Nasdaq CL, and I think the CL will hold till the 36.25, and the last trade is 33.23. So we will see, because I'm not expecting the CL to go below the 36.18. It will be, if we look at the scalper, is a very clean chart, and if we look at the movement on the CL, there is a double support area at 36.29 and 36.18, with a resistant re-entry at 36.56. So We will keep our eye closed on the on the CL trade. Right now on those first trades on the CL, I don't know if you can see that, it's 930, and those based on the last two trades, it was 930. So we will see if we can manage. We still need $70 to hit the daily target on it. So, and this is a 1 minute. This is a statement when you are using a minute. We're not using weird looking charts. No wrinkle, no line break, whatever that is. And not one day 144 ticks and another day 128 and another day 288. And one day is tick chart, one day is a wrinkle chart, one day is line break. It is a very straightforward consistency based on minutes. Anything else is not based on minutes. It's fake. Guaranteed. So now we are looking at if we can close the third trade on the CL. That will be lovely. We're still missing $70 to hit the daily target, which we can overwrite this auto trade and exit out of that trade and rearm it again. It is very simple to do that. I don't mind to do that now. We have on the previous last two entries 930 plus 980. This is a very good deal. And I'm going to watch this bar here. If this bar goes above the 3660, I can override the auto trade by using the close position. If the market decides to go down, I will leave that auto trade alone. So there is 960 out, and there is already 930 in. So this is about to be done with this one. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're going to close this position, which this is beautiful features. So now we close that position here, and you walked away with 1800. And then, because it starts getting risky, you don't want to lose your profit. It's very healthy sometimes push the button on top of your chart and say, I want to get out. Now, if you want to, we can rearm the auto trade, and then we say, let's go one more round if you want to. And then what you do, you right click, because once you closed and you hit the target, there is no more, the auto trade will take your trades anymore. But if we right click and reload, this is a market order. So now it will be going to rearm itself, recalculate, and ready for one more round. And as you see here, when you trying to reload the chart on the 1 minute, what you see, it is exactly what has happened before. And like any Renko bar, whether it's our Renko bar or somebody else's Renko bar, the Renko bars moves. And it used to be the range chart. We still have, I have a lot of respect for those guys. They've been around for many years. They use range bars, you know. And those older guys, they love range bar. But lately, for the last couple of years, the algorithm and the fast internet, the tick charts and the range, especially the range, because we have a lot of clients and older guys. They've been around the block for many years. Lately, the guys are using range. They're not success. There is time in where the range were superb, and we used to love the range bars to go on a reversal, but for the last couple of years the range has fallen behind because the market has changed. So the only reality right now we have is the 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The 1 minute have a lot of noises for an aggressive trader, or 2 minutes. 3-4 minutes is a medium-sized noise. Then you have the 5 minutes, which you filter a lot of noises in the market and a lot of fake movement. The reality is, if we look at NinjaTrader charts, is the timing in minutes. It's not a Renko bar. It's not a range. And then your bigger guys, those institutionals, they're not using Renko bars. They're not using range. They're not using ticks. Absolutely, they're not using something called line break. So, excuse me, those guys, they are using 30 minutes charts, 15 minutes chart. Some of them using a higher time frame even than 30 minutes charts. So in order to go on the same direction as those guys and try to understand what they're doing in the market, you have to stay and stick on the 1 minute. It's not what makes your chart looks good. It is what put bread on your table. So don't give me looks, give me something works. So in another word, the minutes, they are accurate, and I have not met any trader right now with a range or using a Renko bar have consistency. He make 1 day money and he lose the other day, and then he lose 2 days, he make money for 1 day. So the lack of consistency in the trading using Renko bars, range, ticks, you have to be cautious how to trade the ticks. If you know your fib numbers, you know how to play the rules on the markets. You know what is your fibs, what is 244, what is 288. If you know your fib numbers, then probably you can survive the ticks. But for an amateur trader, don't know what is 244 or what is 288 ticks chart based on fib lines, then he should not be messing with ticks either. So the reality is, consistency is not going to come from a Renko bar. I don't care what system you are using, and I don't want to even want to listen to it. So the minutes is giving you a precise accuracy. Where is this market going, and what is it driven this market? And as we see, it is right to the tick every single time, and that can bring you consistency. As an example, right now, what we have said when we first started, we're going back to this double support area. It did. Now we are dealing with a major fib line, and very soon the market analyzer is going to activate a long trade. And please do not follow that long trade. I tell you why. Because God gave us the ego. Do not take that trade. It's going to fail. Why is going to fail? Because if we are looking at the ES, you're crossing immediately a double resistance area right above the signal, and that is a no-no. When you see double support or a double resistance, the market is not going to survive. And as we see now, if you know your trick, and if you know what you are doing with the market, you will start taking that trade immediately off the table, and you should not be looking at it, and hopefully you're going to go gone with the wind with it, because this is not going to survive that signal on that entry as we see right now. It's not a survivable entry. It is an extreme high risk entry, and you are jeopardizing your trade, and you are jeopardizing your account for a lack of experience, a lack of knowledge. It's not everything based on the system. It's based also on knowledge, as we said last week. If you have no knowledge, leave that business alone. You're not going to survive. I don't care what system you're going to get. As we see right now, we have a $375 on that trade, and it's not going to make it. So immediately, what you need to do, a break even on that trade, because it's not going to last forever. And it is a very simple, before you start getting excited over that trade, it's coming to the 374, and then you can close it and nail your $500. Now it is 500, or if you're going to leave the trailing stop as they are, you're going to be knocked out of that trade, and you just smoked $500 away. So there we go. Speaking of it, as you see right now, it's coming to the minor support area, 3369.50, and now it's going to close. The difference between two traders, when he spot that danger in this market, he would have exit at $500. Another guy is not looking at the chart, and he has not a break even immediately on the ES, and left the ES trailing stop where they were. Two guys using the same auto trade. One guy is going to walk away with 500, and one guy is going to be down 500, and they are using the same auto trade. So this is a message for this guy. Can I go ahead and test drive your auto trade for 1 week? No, you're not, because you're going to wreck it. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to wreck it. And most of those guys, they are auto trading. 90% of those auto traders, they have a lack of knowledge, a lack of experience, have no patience, has no money, but they want to be rich. So go ahead and buy yourself a lotto. It's much better for you. So the attitude of a guy want to test drive an auto trade, it does not exist in our system. If you do not want to learn, you're going to crash any system we're going to give you, my friend. Any system. And then that guy is going to blame the system. He's not going to blame himself. So now there is some of you will brush me off on that. That's very fine. I can accept it. We've been around for almost 12 years right now. We've had our days. But absolutely, he will come back within a few months and recognize I cannot be brushed off with, oh, this is just a talk. Because you're going to be paying the price, and you're going to lose your account, your money, your livelihood. And by you being stubborn and not listen to people that have been around for probably as much as since the day you were born. And if you don't listen, yes, you're going to be paying a very high price, and you will be losing your money, and you're going to go back to your work with your head down because you don't want to listen. Guaranteed. So, and in the last 12 years, we've had those kind of people where they have no experience, they have no knowledge, they have no money, and they get mad at us. And you cannot get mad at us because you refuse to understand the market. You have to get mad at yourself. And the only one you need to blame is yourself when we offer free education. And like some other companies, we try to drag you to private room and make you pay. We giving it out for free in front of everybody and not collecting even an email. And we're not even charging $1 in here. So guys, while it is a free, while you have nothing to do, if you got stuck at home, put up with us, learn for free. It's not costing you anything. Trust me, you're gonna be digging for those videos a few years from now. And I guarantee you, you're gonna go back, guaranteed the same thing I did many years ago. I had to fly to Switzerland again and bring those guys again and tell me what you told me 5 years ago in details. And I start writing it down. So this has happened to me too, because I was thinking I was a smart guy. Then I got whacked in the market. And back then it was no E-mini ES. It was the real ES. So if you lose a point on a couple contract, that's $1,000, you know. So that was a nasty if you lose. So this is the same thing happened to me. I wish I had somebody today pick on me and put common sense in my head. I wish we had this back then. I did, some people, and I didn't listen. And then I had to go chase the same people 5 years later in Geneva. So, guys, try to learn the rhythm in the market. Try to understand that you cannot come into the market anytime you want to. It's just you need to learn the rhythm in the market. You have to understand what is your border in the market. It doesn't matter where you're going to purchase your system. It doesn't matter. This is just a free education. As we see right now, this is the biggest fall. This is the biggest mistake amateur trading will do. What we have said 30 minutes ago is exactly what happened on the ES. We've been nailing it for many years on YouTube. I don't need a guy to tell me what happened after the fact. I want this guy come in live in front of me and tell me what is going to happen, not what has happened. You know, and this is a big difference. So what we, as expected, we told you not to go the signal because the market is going to get bumped at the 74 level, and it did. And it made 500 and then turned around and went against you. Now, this is the typical amateur trading. They may fall into this mistake. And why I am against indicators, which we have a plenty. We have over 100. You know, I've been wanted to make a chart with a fully loaded indicators. We have over 100 indicators. I try to keep my chart as simplified as it could be. But if we look, why I hate indicators only, because when the ES hit the 337450, by this time when this market stopped dropping, by this area here, your MACDs, your ATRs, your momentums, all pointing to go short, and there is no short. This is a re-entry point. So here is the problem I have is when most of the amateur trading going long, we are going short. And when they are going short, we are sitting and waiting on a pullback re-entry long. So in a way, we are going the opposite. Very rare we have a trade on the same direction as the amateur traders. Very rare. So right now the ES pulled back exactly to the projection and the re-entry point. This is, if you go back to the videos for many years, we have a re-entry point. This is the re-entry point 335825. Anyone can read the number, and this is your re-entry point. Is always marked by itself. You don't need to do any drawing. It does automatically plot for you. What is the story right now on the ES? The market got projected at 3374 level, came into the re-entry point at 5975, and is going head to head to see if it can break the 3374. Now, if this market not able to break the 3374 level, we got stuck from now to 12 o'clock between a resistance line at 3374 and a support area in 3375. Here is the other nightmare problem. For the guy is trying to auto trade in normal auto trade like those, those kind of auto traders already hit the target. Those kind of auto trade, they keep trading until you hit your target. Now on this one here, hit target 1,250, and there is 900 still outside, and we can override this trade and then say close position. We close position, and it is done. Okay, so on this, when you are using this kind of auto trades, and you don't look what happened here, guys. It's not about money. The money later is about understand what's going on in the market. So as we said that the pullback, this is a resistance, this is a pullback re-entry. The ES did go back exactly to where we have sat. So the market is very, 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 very clear. Either this market gonna break that area or is going back to retest the 3360. And as we see right now on the ES, we are on this double resistance, and it is hanging on a thread. This is going to make a difference between we're going to have a trending market or it's going to be a nightmare market from now to 12 o'clock. It's hanging right here, right now. The market is hanging, the NASDAQ, the YM, the ES give the oxygen to all of it. Right now, the ES is hanging on this double resistance. And God help us if this market goes back to the 336050. That means there is a lot of potential of a lot of amateur trading, whether they are in Honolulu or in China or in California. They are going to start losing money. Even if they are auto trading and they have not spot, the market got stuck between those areas, they're going to get in trouble. So remember one thing, if you cannot make money manually, I mean, let's say there is a trader called A and a trader called B. The trader A, he like to trade manually. And the trader B, he like to auto trade. Trust me on this. If the trader A, manual trading, cannot make money in the market, the trader B will not be able to make money in the market. Even if he is auto trading, he will lose more money than the trader A. Why? Because the trader A, if he cannot make money manually, and he is a professional trader, and today he did not make money, that means the market is not giving him any chance to catch good trades. The trader B, he has no idea what he's doing, and he go ahead and dive right into the pile of mud, not knowing what he's doing, not understand where he is on the ES or NASDAQ or Dow Jones, and auto trading blindly. He's gonna lose a lot of money. So when this trader A can earn money, the trader B auto trade, no matter where this auto trade coming from, he will make money. And that also separate between a good auto trade and a bad auto trade. So if you have a bad auto trade, your chances are very rare. So here is the story is where if the trader A cannot make money, your auto trade is become useless. And this is 90% of those guys auto trading. They do not understand that when there is no money to be made in the market, or when the market gets stuck, because nobody want to talk about it when you are selling an auto trade. They just want to show the sweet and the honey in it, but they forget to say one part is you have to know the market. Actually, we are the only company trying to pick on those guys. We have 9, I was counting yesterday, we have over 9 auto trades in our package. And actually, I need to make a video about that. And let me see. I'll do it later. We have over 9 auto trades in our package. So we're not talking about weakness here. We're talking about knowledge. So now, forget it. Let me go back to the ES, because we have a lot of people hanging on this ES. So what happened for the last half an hour? The market came in the first time, as we said, didn't happen. Come back to the projection, did go back to this area, 337375. And for the last 925, right now is 929. The ES is hanging on a thread. So which part you don't understand, that you have to wait till this market break that area before you can auto trade? Which part you don't understand, if you want to take a manual trade, that you need this ES to break, and this is where the pullback re-entry comes from. So when this market break that area here, it's been around, identified trend pullback re-entry, it's been around for over 28 years, and it never ran out. Why? Because you have to think about it. You have to do it manually, and not too many people want to do it manually. It's the most consistent approach to the market. Don't go ahead and buy CD from a guy and waste your money. Don't think there is some kind of crystal ball out there. Identify trend, pullback, re-entry. It is the most simplified theory to earn in the market. So what I mean by pullback, re-entry? The market finally, after trying for the last 10 minutes, the market has broke that area. Fine. Now, one of the things is in the market is when the ES break a certain area, or it is a very critical area, and he break a certain level, what they do, the ES or any other given market, they want to go back to confirm in the market, whether you are trading stocks, forex, futures, it does not keep flying. It's got to go back to confirm every step. It never fell. So one of the things is you have two different type of traders, is which they will take the breakout, which is, it is very good if you know what you're doing. And the other person wait on confirmation when the market confirm the 3374 is no longer resistant, has become a support. Now, once we confirm that area become a support area, then you can start taking the trade with no more than 5 or 6 ticks stop loss. Not some guy on the net bragging about using 22 and 25 ticks on a stop loss for a manual trading. This is a nightmare trader. Because if he knows his things, he knows his level, he knows where is the pullback re-entry, you do not need 22 ticks or 25 ticks stop loss. This is a disaster trader. As we see here on the ES, when the market broke out, it came into the 33.7950, going back, trying to confirm the support, and the support fell. So what it was a hot air balloon movement. And if you cannot understand false movement in the market, you are in a deep trouble in the market. This is a bubbles. The bar didn't even move forward, and it came back to those level, and now the re-entry level it is 33.63.75. Here where I want to get you. So if we are talking from this poor guy sitting out of nowhere from 10:14 when the market hit this area until now is 10:34. This one here, by the way, is closed and is heading to a new trade on the Nasdaq. So, and that one is not going to survive either. So let me get it out of your way so you don't follow it. So where is the re-entry point? The re-entry point, you're looking at it at 33.64. This is the re-entry point. And if we look how the wig came into the 33.64.25. This is one re-entry, pullback re-entry, because your 33.74 did not confirm as it become a support. And as we see here, the 33.64.75, it is the key between short and long. And now the market is really getting slapped by 3374. You can see now start to blinking. The buyers trying to go over that area here. And probably they will this time. And they already, as you see, is a blinking. There is a buying power in there. And as you see here, the ES is really having a problem crossing the 74 level. Now, after we have explained what's going on, which one of you out there, which one of you, whether you are using our Autotrade or different Autotrade, we're not attacking any other company. We have a lot of respect for any other company. But after we have explained to you the situation here, which one of you within a right mind we will activate an ES trade right now on an Autotrade? Just tell me which one with a right mind will do that. Which guy would dare activate an Autotrade on an ES right now? So here is the problem. A guy came in right now at 10:36, activate an Autotrade. He's going to lose his pants off with the ES. The end of the day, he will say, the Autotrade did not make me money. Okay. Why did not make you money? I don't know. It's a lousy Autotrade. Okay. Where was the ES? I don't know. Was it a plus or minus? I don't know. What number the ES closed? I don't know, Sam. So you don't know what you want to go ahead and buy coffee, trade orange, and you don't know anything about orange and coffee, and you want to make money. I don't know how this guy gonna make it, honest to God. So, and there is a plenty of them, and it's not their fault. Is the reclaimer, the advertisement, when a guy come in and say trade stocks or trade something, and you will be making 50,000, and he become a millionaire, and you can see he's sitting on a balcony. It's not even worth $500. His clothes, they're not even worth $10, but he become a millionaire. I don't know how he become a millionaire, but and he's gonna buy a CD, secret to the market. There is no secret in the market, guys. What is the secret in the market is you need to sit down behind the computer and train yourself and adapt to the market. There is no secret in this market. There is nobody come in and find a secret in this market, and nobody is clever enough to figure out anything in there where nobody else has tried for the last 50 years. So there is no secrets in this market. It's to understand, do training, and you don't need to pay anyone to be in a room. You don't need to do that. What you need to do, put your empty chart. When we got to training, we did not train on FIBs. We did not train on ATRs. We did not train on the MACDs. we were trading on a very clean chart like this, and we have to trade the ES with it, the big ES. And until now, when I get in trouble, this is the only chart I look at. This is the chart we were trained on. This one here. You know, and if you ask me, I don't know all the names on the Kindle. I don't. I used to, but I forgot them. I don't care, because I can see the price action. I can see the price movement. And when I get in trouble, I only need a white chart, no color, no indicators. I can understand what's going on. I can understand where's the levels. I can see where is the support area. I can draw my lines, and I'm ready to go. So what I'm saying is, guys, there is no secret out there. Don't let him take your money, because he's not going to teach you anything. By the time you see the first CD, you go to the second CD, you will forget the first CD. And it never the market as what they describe it. So what I'm trying to say, guys, there is no way out to try to get an empty chart. You don't need to pay anybody for that. NinjaTrader allow you to go on a sim account, bang on that empty chart day and night. The first day on the sim, you're going to lose 1,000 on a sim paper. The second day, you're going to lose another 1,000. The second week, you start going $600-700, then 500 down, then 300, then 200. Now you start seeing a green. And this is where you know you become a trader. Not borrow money to put it in an account and borrow money to buy an auto trade and go into another company so they can provide you money to trade with. Why do I want to provide money to trade with if you're not a trader? Why? How? What do you think you can accomplish when you are not a trader? You're going to fall. And then you're going to go back and try one more time. You're going to fall again. And they know you're not going to make it. They know you're not going to make it. So before you go and put your money and try to find somebody who will supply money for you to trade, ask yourself this question: are you a profitable trader? If you think you're going to buy an auto trade and put it for those companies so they can provide capital for you, it's not going to happen. If you know how to trade, you don't need this company, and you don't need to pay $100 and $200 every other week. If you know how to trade, that will hunt you, and that will give you a job. I know plenty of investors that will hunt you and give you a very nice capital, 10 times more than what those companies offering you. What they're offering, 10,000, 20,000? It's nothing for the future market. What is 20,000? One mistake, you're gone on the 20,000. What is 20,000? It's nothing. So, again, guys, try to depend on yourself and try to build your own trading system. Can help you. This is the best advice I can give to any guy lost in this business. And constantly I talk about it because we've seen it every day. So the idea, going back, and when a guy calling, can I test drive your auto trade? No, go away. Go somewhere else and wreck somebody else's system. Leave me alone. I don't have time for you. Babysitting a grown man. So, and don't do me a favor and buy my system. Go next somebody else. So, the ES probably not going to make it. We're going to go ahead and break even. And the NASDAQ, you see what is this NASDAQ here? This is a re-entry point. Let's look at the ES, see what's going on with the ES. We are, as we see right now, it's 10:43, and we have not been able to break the 3374. And this is our first word today when we started the webinar today. and the market is going back and forth between this area here. So on the ES, I don't see any light on this one. Close it. And the Nasdaq, I don't see any light. I'm gonna put it right here. Either gonna make it or break it. That's it. We're done with that. As you see where I put my trailing stop, it is in a way like a resistance here. If you look at the bars, this is I don't have a resistance line there, but after you know those charts, you know exactly where those levels without even drawing a line. And I immediately understand where, from this chart, where most likely the Nasdaq gonna hold. So this is the area plus a couple ticks. Either gonna make it or break it. So this is it. There we go. We're done with it. It's finished. A lot of volatility, a lot of mess. A lot of people lost money today. On the CL, we're gonna go tight on it if we are about to hit the target on it and it's finished. And there is no more trade. There is no short on the Nasdaq, my friend. There is no short on the, let me look at the Nasdaq. The max we're gonna go on the Nasdaq is right here on the 112.46 is 10.45 is getting closer to the critical area here. And we have a double support area on the ES is gonna stay around 335675. So there is no more trade, actually. This is it. That's all what you're going to get out of the market at the moment. And we are on a standby. There is no trade on the ES, and there is no trade on the Nasdaq, gentlemen. There is none. Kaput. There is nothing here. We're going to take a break, 5 minutes. Hopefully this market is going to ignite the opposite direction. There is no short on the Nasdaq, period. From now to 12 o'clock, there is no short trade. There is only pullback re-entry. On the ES, is still flirting with the 3374 and come into the support area, which this is where our fib line, 3359. This is the floated fibs. Not much going on, so we are on a standby, and there is no more trades, actually, until this market change direction. Whether you are auto trading, banana trading, manual trading, there is no trade, period. Neither on the ES and Nasdaq. Now, if there is a guy can scalp and with a light hand, 5 ticks and 10 ticks here, he can. But right now, there is nothing to chew on here. So we're going to be on the standby for 5-10 minutes. Hopefully, the market will change direction. Thank you. Again, guys, there is no trade on the NASDAQ and there is no trade on the ES. Especially for the NASDAQ traders, there is no trade. And the market is not good to be traded. I mean, look at this. It is the most critical area right now between the ES and NASDAQ, and there is no direction in the market. You cannot find direction in the market. One of the things is you have to understand that those gentlemen, they say, I only trade ES or NASDAQ or Dow Jones, or you cannot do that in the future trading. I only trade NASDAQ or ES. The reason why, if you look at your history, whether you've been trading for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, all those baby traders, when you see the ES no direction, when you see the NASDAQ no direction, where the traders know what they are doing, they go to the CL. So when you get up in the morning and you see there is no direction in the ES and the NASDAQ, you refuge immediately to the CL. As you see why the CL is doing well and why the NASDAQ, there is no direction, is going back and forth, which this one here is a nightmare for an amateur trader. Okay, who did this? Okay. Anyway, so this is the CL. Is trending and the NASDAQ is not and the ES is not. So when you see a problem on the NASDAQ and ES, you can always, and I find the CL is smoother when you see the ES and the NASDAQ not doing well and they got caught in a channel like now, both of them, there is no direction. If you turn around on the CL, you will find there is a plenty direction. On the, this is beautiful. On that auto trade, if you go back to the video, after we reloaded and hit the daily target, he had one losing trade here. You have to see the winning and the losing, not just the winning. And he have one losing trade, but he did not take any more trade since 10:08. And we reloaded around 10 o'clock when we reloaded after it hit the daily target 1,000. We reloaded, if you go back on the video. So this was the first trade lost. Now is 150 because he have one winning trade here. And what I love about that auto trade here, it's not like what the amateur traders doing, how much money can make. Because how about when the market is like this today, why don't you ask how much money you're gonna lose? It's not how much money you're gonna make. So any auto trade right now on the NASDAQ ES, they're going to be losing trades, as we have said. Okay, there is some work outside. I'm sorry for the noises. So I like it when we got stuck in the market and there is no direction on the ES. It stayed from 10 o'clock to 1 hour, almost 1 hour, for almost 1 hour without any trade, which is very good, because if he was taking trades on the last hour, your losses will be much more.
So yes, we have a losing 2 trades in 1 hour, and we know why. We told you why. We explained why. We explained everything, and made $1,000 before we reloaded, and in 1 hour took 2 lousy trades. Yes, and I understand why it took 2 lousy trades, because we have said what this is not a tradable market. Now, if we take any CL chart, it's already hit the target long time ago. As we showed you, one of those charts already hit the target. We closed it, and this is a CL. If we take any chart on the CL, it made money. Any chart, it made money. And it is simple because the CL was trending. I mean, the ES is already hit. The Nasdaq is already hit from from 10 o'clock, but there is no new trade after 10:10. So they all hit the target on the ES and Nasdaq before 10 o'clock, because after 10:15 the market started going sideways when the ES fell to break those levels we have explained to you before in the beginning of the webinar. So as you see, we can take any CL auto trade and made money despite the time frame. This is the same auto trade, 2 different template, but this one made 1,600, this one 2,000. So even there are 2 different templates, they're both made money. Why? Because the market was trending on the CL. So remember to those guys sitting, and now the ES is going for the 3rd trade and trying to recover from those last 2 bad trades. So what I'm saying is, when the market is trending, or if you can see the ES and the Nasdaq are not trending, your best option as an auto trader to go ahead and auto trade on a CL, despite what kind of auto trade you have, or so this is a solution you pick up in time when you see your auto trade is not doing well or is struggling, and you see the Nasdaq is struggling, then you can immediately switch to the CL and you will be happy camper. Whatever, I'm not talking about my system here. This is an educational place. I'm talking about any system you have, any indicator you have, any auto trade you have. If your auto trade struggling on the ES and Nasdaq, you don't know why. You see the ES and the Nasdaq auto trade not making money, go immediately on the CL. One of the things is also for the ones have more money, they lose less, and the ones has no money, they lose more. Why? Because the guy has more money, he can take a couple contracts on the ES, couple contracts on the Nasdaq, and couple contracts on the CL. If he gonna lose money on the ES and Nasdaq today, the CL will pick up money for him. So this is a bad news for this guy. Have a couple $1,000 and wanna wave the market with it. And as you see right now, the auto trade is a struggling auto trade right now. I don't want to show you only when the market making money. For what we have said an hour ago, this is for the guys are auto trading. Even this one here is a very profitable template, very consistent template. It is on 1 minute. It's not like on enchilada, high time frame, whatever. Still, this auto trade is struggling to make money when there is no money to be made in the market. So this is a very harsh, strong message to the guy is trying to auto trade without understanding the market. And all those complaints you hear about a guy, he's been around for 5 years or 6 years, he has not been having success because what he's been doing the last 5 years, he's trying to find a shortcut. In those 5 years, if he put his head together, use his time on the weekend, use his time in the morning, use his time when he's free from work, he would not be wasting 5 years trying to find a shortcut. He will be coming right into it, learn the market, and then take out the market as supposed to be. So, again, it's my job is to put you back on the ground and not to be infected by somebody anywhere have an advertisement that he find a way to make $50,000 in 1 month and he become a millionaire in 2 months. And now he want to sell his secret for $50. Freaks me out. If I can find a secret after 28 years, I have not found a secret in this market. If I can find a secret, can bring me $1 million in 2 months, I will move to a little island with my jet and I will tell my kids, don't call me, I'll call you, and I'll turn off my mobile phone. So it does not exist this way. And those guys, they come and go, different faces. And the reality is you cannot make you can lose $1 million in 2 months, but you cannot make $1 million in 2 months. Or that a brilliant idea, I don't know who started a few years ago, that if you only can make 5% a day, if, this is the secret, if, but you're not gonna make 5% a day because you're not a trader. Not because the system, because you're not a trader. You cannot make 5%. 5% a day, it takes a guy behind the screen many years to make 5% or 3% if he's lucky. If I can find a secret, I can make $1 million in the market. Yes, it's a big if. Yes. I don't care what you say after the if. The word is if you make 5% in the market. So I don't care about the 5% in the market in this sense. I care about if, If I jump out of a balcony, I will fly. Yeah, right. Jump out of a balcony. So, what I'm trying to say, guys, please try to understand the market for your own safety. And it is your money, not mine. Guys, I don't want to encourage you any more trades today. The market is not doing very well. I apologize if I pick on you, and I hope you accept it as a big brother. Don't take it personal. Please do not take it personal. I just want to see those guys doing well. Whoever is out there trying to save you hustle and money. I'm trying to save your money. I'm not telling you to purchase anything. I'm not telling you to go ahead and pay anyone to learn the market. What I'm telling you is please do your training, trying to understand the market. I apologize if anyone got offended, but I hope everyone accept it as a big brother. And I'm not interested in your money. I'm not interested in selling you the software, and I'm not interested in. I have no gain out of it. It's just telling you to train yourself even on an empty chart, which this is how we were trained. We were trained on 1 minute and that chart. So there is nothing in it for me. And please do not take it personal. It is your money. You can do whatever you want. We all grown people. Gentlemen, there is really nothing, and I don't want to encourage any trader to take any trade because nothing but the bad news from now to 12 o'clock. I wish you very safe trades, and we will see you on Wednesday. I do not. We give a different support.